Okay, program demonstration, assignment demonstration here. Building off the previous one, where I just had 3 tables, and they weren't super populated yet, but we were able to do a lot with it. Now I've got another form. This loads specifically from the customers and captains button. Both these data grid views will be populated with customer data and captain data, and then you can sort with this right here, this button. You can enter a captain ID, which are displayed down here below. You can see the captain IDs. You can pick one, and then the top table will be modified to show all the customers associated with that captain. The query for this in customers is actually one that I really had to dig into my SQL memories to even pull this together well enough. But the distinct part is to make sure we only get customers and return this parts of their data from captains on an inner join, and that's where fishing trips on these captains with boat IDs is interjoined to the customers on fishing trips of the trip ID, which is joined on customers on the customer ID. So it's basically saying the boat ID, the captain's boat ID, and then the trip ID that is associated with a particular customer, and then that customer's ID, and then it returns it for basically what I want it to show. That's people who have been on, that are assigned to a fishing trip or a boat trip with that captain. And then it says those customers' information. The main form still works exactly the same. The tables have been populated much more. The fishing trips, I made sure to get in here and add some, because I'd gotten a bunch of auto-generated data, and it 820, you can guess it's probably the last time the AI was updated, so it starts on whatever date that it knows to be relevant. Um, so from 820 all the way down to 815, there was a couple I added in there, and then 820 all the way up to like 830, and then 91, and then I added a couple more just to make sure that there's an overlap, so that way we can see that the return from the query is consistent and shows the desired output. So here we've got the vessels. You can see all of them. And if we wanted to, we could say, okay, how about the Sea Serpent, boat ID number 1? How many trips does that one? It's got 3 trips. Here's their dates, the locations. I could probably leave out the boat ID at that point, even though it's kind of assumed. But the current trips, this has the boat IDs associated with it, so we could be like, okay, how many boat trips were going on the 27th, right? Since that way I can show that it does return more than one row. So it'll show both of those. But if we picked, like, you know, the 15th, then it just shows the one. And if I scramble Badoodle in here, I get the output of whatever error is going on there. That's all the try and accept blocks for the user input. Minimum capacity, go with 8. Got a bunch of boats, their IDs, descriptions. Here's the new one, customers and captains. So here's all the customers. Here's all the captains. And we can go captain ID number 1. How many customers? 3. And then captain ID 2. How many customers? 1. Captain ID 3. 1. Captain ID 4. 3. So you can basically go through and see that each captain's going to have different customers. 5 has none. 6 has none. I'm sure I could put a button here that just reloads the data grid view here with the original data. But this is more about showing that I can get it wired up than anything else. But yeah, it's been getting this to work with SQL has been cool. I'm glad my SQL knowledge hasn't been tested too much. I had to watch a short video on inner joins again because it's been a while. But that's it.